John was married to the church, so his wife Angel had an affair with an instructor at her gym. They tried to carry on more like roommates than a married couple until they were totally overwhelmed in the middle of a worship service.
I don't think I had a real hug for 3 years. I don't think I had a real kiss. The way she spoke to me was like, you're my roommate now, right?
Before John and Angel married, Angel knew exactly what kind of man she wanted to spend her life with, a pastor.
I knew that if I found a man who would love Jesus, he would know how to love me. Somehow along the line, I just had it in my core that if he loved God, he could love me.
The two married and started a family while he was in seminary. John became a pastor and gladly took on every role church leadership assigned him.
And I was just so eager to finally do what I felt like I had been made to do, what I'd been called to do. My identity really had become rooted in that place of being a pastor. Things were great in my marriage. I'd invested a lot there already. We can push pause there, right? I can now try to tend this new wife, right? This new partner that I had. One of those wives that I had was much more demanding than the other. Let's guess who it was, right? It was the church. And so Angel, our kids, really kind of got the leftovers.
The one who was supposed to be my protector and the one who brought me comfort and joy, right, and security, I just felt was leaving me. If this is what ministry is, God, I want nothing to do with it because this is too much for me. And that was the moment then that I would say is when I just shut the door on Jesus and opened a beautiful French door to the enemy into my heart.
I knew the day that she went dark spiritually. She went ice cold toward God. She went ice cold toward me.
I just said, okay, I'm done. I'm going to do me when I want to do me.
Angel turned her back on God and pulled away from John emotionally. She found the attention she longed for at the gym. She began having an affair with her personal trainer.
Not only do I feel bad for what I have done, I now hate myself. I am completely worthless. That there's no value in here. I am the biggest hypocrite. What's the point? Why try? And so I just gave myself to whoever wanted me.
Overwhelmed with guilt, Angel eventually confessed the affair to John, but her heart remained hard. John kept the affair private.
If I share this, if I force this to the table, what happens then to who I am, a pastor, right? Does that just all go away? And so that definitely fed into my fears and my cowardice.
It wasn't long before Angel had another affair. The spiritual turmoil she lived with consumed her life.
I can't keep living this lie because I am dying inside and this is not who you created me to be. And so I am just praying for brokenness.
While on a Christian retreat, in the middle of worship, she began to shake uncontrollably.
And John looked at me and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No, I'm not okay. I have something I have to confess." And I just confessed at that point that I had been having an affair.
I just felt sick. And yet at the same time, I felt hopeful for the first time. As Angel shared then and continued to share throughout that night, I was like, my wife is finally back. Those dead eyes were finally alive. What held me there was actually the Spirit of God granting in me deep compassion and love for my wife. A renewed love, a restored love. In some ways, I would say kind of a clearer, godlier love for her than I'd ever experienced before.
Together, they began a 2-year process of reconciliation and forgiveness with counseling, confessing every sin and misplaced priority.
This was the prayer of my heart. If there's anything in the dark, Lord, bring it to the light. No matter the cost, bring it to the light. I want nothing to get in the way of you getting glory in my life and of me stepping in your will. Have mercy on me. Don't forsake me. Don't leave me. Don't leave us. Restore this. You can do it. It's in your power. I'm giving you my all, Jesus. I don't want to die rejecting you.
John continues to pastor with Angel by his side, their marriage restored and their priorities in order, thankful for God's love and forgiveness.
We celebrated 23 years yesterday. Yeah.
God is good.
And I know what a treasure I have in Angel. I know what a treasure I have. And I would give up pastoring in a heartbeat for her, if that's what I needed to do.
Jesus sings and dances over me, and he delights in me, and my sin, my guilt, my shame is covered by the blood of Christ. And so you have freedom to think whatever you want about me, but I'm not going to let that define me, because Jesus does. And he's happy with me, and that's good enough for me.
Yes, I am ambitious for God's kingdom. I am ambitious for his church. I am ambitious for the things of the Lord. But that ambition has to be greatest for my wife. She's the first, the most important thing I've been given to steward. And then my kids, and then the church.
What an absolute beautiful picture of the gospel. That's exactly what we just witnessed. We see the gospel of Jesus Christ at work in reconciliation, in forgiveness, in healing our brokenness. And what a prayer that Angel prayed. She prayed for brokenness. You know, God is attracted to brokenness. It's in our brokenness when we know that we can't change ourselves, we can't change our marriages, we can't change anything. But when we bring our brokenness to Jesus, the one who can heal any brokenness in our lives, in our homes, in our marriages, miracles happen. And that's exactly what we saw with this beautiful couple. Jesus took their mess and gave them a message. I don't know about you, but I've experienced brokenness in my life. And if you, in your own marriage, you're experiencing brokenness, I want to let you know that God can turn things around. God is the God who is able to do miracles. And what he wants you to do is just surrender. Stop trying to fix your partner. Stop trying to fix what's wrong, and turn your eyes on the one who can fix you and your partner and the mess that your marriage is. I want to encourage you to lift your eyes, like in Psalm 121 says, lift your eyes to the hills, from whence cometh all of your help. For all of your help, it comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Jesus wants you to turn your attention to him. Let him do in you and in your marriage only what he can do. I want to encourage you today to reach out to Jesus Christ, call upon his name, give him your spouse, give him the situations that are going on in your marriage, and watch him do something beautiful. But he wants your attention first. He wants you to look to him, not to anyone else. That's what he wants to do. He wants you to come to him to receive what you need in your marriage, and watch him work miracles. We want to also encourage you to give us a call. We have a beautiful love and marriage devotional that we'd love to get to you for you and your family. God's plan for your family. Give us a call, 1-800-700-7000 to receive this. And here is a word we want to leave you from 1 Corinthians. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. God bless you, and we pray to see you tomorrow.